In this lesson, we're going to talk about finding perimeter in the coordinate plane. And when finding the perimeter of a figure, you find the sum of all the sides. Sometimes when finding perimeter, you're not given the lengths of each side. When this happens, we can do exactly what we did in the last lesson, is use the Pythagorean theorem to find the distance. So we look at number 1. We want to find the perimeter of the following triangle. We're going to round our final answer to the nearest 10. So again, to find the perimeter, we would have to take the distance of all 3 sides of this triangle and add them up. Well, we don't know the distance of all 3 sides, okay? But we know a way we can find distance. On each segment, first we'll find, and I'll highlight it, we'll find AB first. Okay, and we're going to ignore the rest of the sides. So just like we did last section, we're going to make a right triangle with side AB. Okay, and we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem, which again is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And again, A, B doesn't matter, but the slanted one's always your C. Okay? And plug those values in. 8 squared plus 6 squared equals 6 squared. That's exactly what we did in the last one. 8 squared is 64. 6 squared is 36. And 64 plus 36 is 100. Square root both sides. So the distance of AB is 10. So I'm going to go ahead and label this side with 10. And if it helps, label this AB. It's also color coordinated, but yours isn't necessarily color coordinated on your paper. So there's the distance of AB. You just make your right triangle, counting at your legs, plug in Pythagorean theorem, exactly like we did in the last lesson. Oh, we're going to do the same exact steps to find. We'll find AC next. Okay. I'll highlight it. We're finding AC. Make your right triangle. I like to make my right triangle on the outside to make everything neater. Again, slanted one's always our C. And it doesn't matter which one you make your A and which one you make your B. And count. We know we're going to plug it into the Pythagorean theorem. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is really nice when this happens, because if you notice in the first one, for the blue one, we got 8 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared, and our answer ended up being 10. If you notice again, we got 8 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. So without any work, we already know what our answer for that one is. It's the same exact number, so we know it's going to be the same exact answer. It's going to be 10. I love when that happens. It saves me so much time. So feel free, if you notice that, you don't have to do all that work again. You just know the answer is going to be the same. So then we're going to repeat that same process to find our other segment, BC. I'll highlight BC. Right here. Make my right triangle. And the slanted sides always are C. I'll leave this one my A, this one my B, doesn't matter. And now we're plugging it into the Pythagorean theorem. So we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, we know that 14 squared is 196 plus 12 squared is 100. Oh, sorry. 2 squared is 4. Oh, I thought that was 12 squared. 2 squared, I'm sorry, is 4. And then 196 plus 4 is 200. Again, just like we did the other, square root both sides. So square root of C is, well, 200 is not a perfect square. So you'll have to plug this in your calculator. And we're going to end up rounding. So I'm going to get my calculator out, ready to go. So we'll open. There we go. Here's that ready to go. So we plug this in. We're going to do second x squared to get our square root, 200. Hit enter. We want to round it to the nearest tenth, because that's what the directions said to do. So this 4, tenth is 1 decimal place, is less than 5, so we'll just keep that 1 a 1. So about the distance of this side is about 14.1. Label this with 14.1, and we got that this side was 10. Okay. Now that we found the distance of all 3 sides, we can find the perimeter. Because we're going to take what we got for all 3 sides and add them together. So we're going to do right over here, 10 plus 10 plus 14.1. And 10 plus 10 plus 14.1 is 34.1. So the distance or the perimeter of that triangle is 34.1 units. So really similar to what we did in the last section. You just have to remember to add up all the sides at the end. We're going to do one more together. So look at this next one. We're going to find the perimeter of this figure graph below. And this time we're going to round our answer to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places. So make sure you pay attention what you have to round to. We're rounding to 2 decimal places. And what I like to look for when I'm finding the perimeter are nice flat sides. If you look at the bottom here, AD is a nice flat side. So I love having those because they're so easy to find the distance. All you have to do is count. I'm just going to count across. So we count across, the distance of AD is 8. Okay. Well, there are no other nice flat sides in this figure. So we're going to have to do exactly what we did in the last problem. We have to find the distance of each side using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay. And it doesn't matter which side you start with. I'm going to go ahead and start with AD. So make your right triangle with AB. Label your sides. Your slanted one's always your C. I'll make this one my A, this one my B. Okay. Again, we're plugging it into the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So in order to find our A and our B, you just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2. Just plug all that fun stuff in your calculator. 6 squared is 36. 2 squared is 4. 36 plus 4 is 40. and square root both sides. We're rounding to the nearest hundredth, so that means 2 decimal places. So if you plug this into your calculator, you do the square root of 40. Second, x squared, and then 40. We get 6.324, again, is less than 5. So that won't round anything up. So that's about 6.32. Again, hundredth is 2 decimal places. So we want to make sure we round to 2 decimal places. Then I'm going to write it on here just so I have it. This is 6.32. Repeat the same process with the other side. I'm going to find BC next. And we're plugging it into the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. The slanted one's always your C. And again, make sure you make your right triangle. It doesn't matter. Let me make this my A and this my B. Slanted one's just always going to be your C. So then count. There's 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of already did this one earlier in the above problems. Kind of already know what answer we're going to get. To save some time too, you can just plug these values in all in one step in your calculator. You can just do 6 squared plus 8 squared. And that is totally fine. We'll save you some time and some steps. So feel free to do that. So you do 8 squared plus 6 squared. Gives us 100. So it kind of quickens up the process. Square root. And the square root of 100, just like we found in the last problem, is 10. And then we do the Pythagorean theorem one more time. So then, just like we did on the other ones, make your right triangle. Again, slanted sides are C, and it doesn't matter, that one's our A and that one is our B. Count to get your sides. This side's 2, and then we count. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That guy is 12. So again, 2 squared is our A, 12 squared is our B, and our slanted side is always our C. Again, to save you some time, just plug all this in one step in your calculator. You can just do 2 squared plus 12 squared, and that gives us 148. Quickens up the process, saves you some time. You plug it in all in one step. So we get 148 equals C squared. Square root both sides, and we square root both sides. Again, we need to round. So in your calculator, you're just going to do square root of 148. Again, we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, which is 2 decimal places. So we look at the third one, that's 5. That will bump it up to a 7. So 5 bumps the 6 up to a 7. So the distance is about 12.17. Okay. We are not done yet. We just found the distance of all of our sides. We have to add them up. And don't forget that flat side at the beginning, the first one we found. It's really easy to forget, so don't forget it. Since we have 4 sides, we're going to be adding 4 numbers. So we have 6.32 plus 10 plus 12.17 plus 8. You plug all that into your calculator, and when you do so, it gives you 36.49. So that is about the perimeter of this ring, 36.49 units. And don't round it to 36.5 because the directions said 100. So that means 2 decimal places. You have to have 2 decimal places. It's about 36.49. So if you need to, go ahead and rewatch the video. If not, get started on the first.